Everybody, it is 8:31. It's Monday morning, February 2nd. It is Groundhog Day. We have our friends from Optimize You here in the studio. We are joined by Amanda Shelton and Sean Wells. Great to have both of you here.
Thanks for having us.
Of course. So, Amanda, you've been in with us before, nurse practitioner at
ma'am.
Optimize You. Great to have you back. And Sean, your first time here in our
Yes, ma'am.
Kia of Cleveland studios. You're the Chief Growth Officer for Optimize You. So, tell us a little bit about what that entails.
Yeah, so like I was telling you earlier, we with the Chief Growth Officer, it's a new role that Josh created. We created the executive team and brought me on board to help with overseeing marketing across the board. We've got 5 clinics from Knoxville, Cleveland, the 2 in Chattanooga, and then Roswell, Georgia as well. So I work with the clinic leads. As Amanda here is our clinic lead in Cleveland. Help keep everybody on track with everything. It's a lot of different hats that I wear, helping Josh oversee, the owner of the clinics here, oversee everything. So it's kind of a vast thing to go everything through. But yeah, that's what I help with.
The great name for a position
Yes,
at
ma'am.
Optimize You. You guys
Yeah.
really are growing like crazy.
We are.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, they're doing a great job up here.
Well, Amanda, I know you're here to talk about a few topics this morning, but we want to point out you guys treat both men and women, don't you?
Yeah, so we do treat men and women. I think sometimes when we're talking about hormones, it really focuses on women's health, and we love treating our women, but we also treat men as well because as we age, testosterone declines in both men and women. And what does that look like for us? Well, a lot of times that looks like low energy, low motivation, just not being able to do the things we used to do. And so we really wanted to highlight this month that we really do make sure that we're taking care of everyone, and not just women, but men too.
And so when they start to see those signs, I mean, that's the time to come in, isn't it?
Yes, it's very important to come in and have your labs drawn because sometimes there might be even other underlying hormones that we're not even aware of that are declining as well. You know, a lot of times with men, we just focus on testosterone, but we see decline in thyroid health, we see decline in other places, and it's really important that you come in and have your labs drawn so that we can adjust and take care of all of the hormones that can decline.
And really, that's how I got the role with Josh and the Optimize You. I've been a client for the last 2.5-3 years with Josh. So understanding and seeing what we do and how we help people, it's just not going after throwing something at something to cover up a problem. It's really looking at the root cause.
Yeah, that is so important. So benefits of hormone therapy, they're huge, aren't they?
Huge. I mean, why live the second half of your life, in misery and thinking that, I'm just aging. It's not just that. There's hormones that we need to look at, and there's, like she said, we come in and get your labs drawn just to give us a baseline of where we're at and a roadmap. I mean, maybe it's too early and you don't need it, hopefully. But if it is time, then we're here to help you on either end of the spectrum.
Yeah. And here you are as a testimonial. You've been through it.
Yes,
Talk
ma'am.
about how it changed your life.
Yeah, it definitely changed my life. I think the thing that led me furthest with Josh was he wasn't just something that he could prescribe me or put me on. It was looking at everything, and he got me off of a lot of other things that the primary care was putting me on, from heart medicine to statins, and he kept me off of that and kept me from having to go down that road by literally changing my diet, changing vitamins, and looking at the testosterone levels that we needed to get dialed up a little bit and get me where I need to be. And it helps with everything from libido to drive in the gym to everything. It's really changed my life, and it's so many of our clients. I mean, that's why we don't have a contract where we lock people in. We get asked, all the time, like, well, is there a year contract or what does it look like? No, we don't want to lock you in because we don't need to, and that's why we have such great customers and clients. They just keep coming back and keep referring because they believe in it so much.
Talking with our friends from Optimize You. So, Amanda, this testimonial here, I mean, I'm sure you see that day in and day out at the clinic here in Cleveland.
Yes, for sure. And I think one of the big things that he highlighted on is even if, for whatever reason, you can't stay with us for a moment, what we see a lot is you come back. And you come back because you just don't feel like yourself, and you're not finding a provider that can actually take care of you in the whole picture and listen to your needs, listen to your symptoms, and actually focus on helping you find the right solutions.
I know there at Optimize you all have a special going on this month, don't you?
Yeah, so for anyone that comes into our clinic and does a service, from recovery services to getting an IV to coming in to see me for a follow-up visit, lab work, whatever, we're putting everyone that comes into the clinic this month into a drawing for a free vial of NAD, which is a peptide that actually helps with focus, energy, metabolism. It's a great peptide, and it's an over $250 value that you get entered into the drawing if you come in and see us.
Wow, that is great. And remind us where you're located here in Cleveland.
So we're at 4643 North Lee Highway, right by Don Ledford. We're in the Cry Lake Plaza. So you can just stop on by, sign up to get your labs drawn. When you come in, we're ready to take care of you.
That's our friends at Optimize You. Anything else either of you'd like to mention here before we go?
No, ma'am. I think we're good. Thank you for having us on.
It's great to meet you, Sean.
Yes,
That's
ma'am.
Sean Wells, Chief Growth Officer, and then Amanda Shelton, of course, a nurse practitioner at Optimize You. Thank you all both for coming in.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
All righty, it is 8:37. We're going to go right over to Austin here for a